All right, we're making modifications to get this engine back down into Dakota. The oil pan, put this little dent in it right in here just to give some clearance for one of the rack and pinion lines. I'll show you here in a minute. It wasn't hitting it, but it was very close, and the way these engines move around, I didn't want to have problems later, either a hole in the oil pan or power steering line. It would be difficult to change, so put a little clearance dent there. All I did was heat it up a little bit and tap with a hammer. It's not rocket science there. And then on the truck, I did jack the transmission mount up and get it slid back some, but with this rack, you can see I marked that line with yellow paint. That's I had about an 1/8 inch between that line and the back of the oil pan. So now we'll move it back where we got 1/4 inch or more. If you get 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch in there, it's not going to hit it. Then did some surgery here on this cross member. It wasn't, you can see here, it tapered down. It wasn't real thick anyway, but cut a couple inches out of that, and what we'll do is plate that all inside with some pretty hefty stuff. That'll make up for the weakness. And then I bobbed this ear here off with the original motor mount. Same thing over here. Then we're gonna take this one off too, but I didn't want to torch it right over top of my rack and pinion bush bellows or rubber cover, whatever, accordions. I don't know what the proper term is for it, but I didn't want to burn them up. So we'll get the Sawzall or Porta-Band and take some of that off. And what we'll probably end up with is a flat plate sandwiched in here and welded, and a notch or a hole, whatever. And that 1/2 inch hole that I drilled through the original motor mount on the Mercedes dropped down through here in some kind of nylon or rubber biscuit mounts. As far as the transmission mount, we'll fab something up to mount up to the original Mercedes stuff probably. That's the way I like to do it. That way if you mess something up, you know, you can go find another Mercedes and get a transmission mount off of it, or order one for the Mercedes and you're done. I don't want a bunch of custom crap on here that every time I have a problem I have to remanufacture it. So I got some cab mounts here off Chevrolet trucks I'll probably use for motor mounts. I don't know what else we got. Probably going to go ahead and start fabbing this mount up here in a minute, or this cross member up, and go ahead and cut that off. And I'll take that AC compressor off of that truck over there, that motor, and I might try and get this power steering line off and see if I can get those two pressure lines married together. That's kind of a necessity. And get ready to set back in here. I look to have to put it in and take it out probably 2 more times, but every time you put it in and take it out, you'll learn a little bit more about what you need. And as it is right now, to get it set and get that oil sump to set right here, it can't go back much further and it can't go down much further. So we're just about where it has to be. And the only reason I'd want it to go down is for a little more hood clearance. So we'll get chopping on this, and I'm going to take the AC compressor off like I said, and I got another one that one's locked up, so we'll put another one on it in case we ever do want to try and use it. Lot to do, so if you can, like and subscribe, and pitter patter, let's get at her.